Backlash, Winter's Wrath, Book 1, written by Bianca Summerland, narrated by Joshua McCrae. Rolling onto her stomach, she put her hands on Alder's shoulders, rising above him. He grinned at her, and a tiny dimple dented his cheek as he brushed his fingers into her hair. He relaxed under her, simply waiting, as though he knew this was a step she was afraid to take. She eased down, brushing her lips over his, and her breath caught in her throat. The brief touch had her absorbing the heat of his lips, as though he'd branded her. She watched his face, wondering if he felt the same. He held her gaze, leaning up to catch her bottom lip with a soft kiss, drawing her down to him as he gently slanted his lips against hers. One hand on the back of her head, he held her in place, not forcing her to accept more, but telling her, without words, that she wasn't taking this step alone. Hands flat on his shoulders, she dug her fingers into the tight muscles, letting her tongue slip past his lips, demanding just a little more. He sat up, pulling her into his arms, and the spark was lit. Not a small one that could be snuffed out by a harsh gust of air, but one that had all the fuel to start an inferno. He'd given her control, but with the way he kissed her, the way he made her feel, she became completely unwound. She let out a soft whimper as she straddled him, not sure what she needed more. For him to keep kissing her, or to take over completely. If he did, she wouldn't stop him. With a rough sound in his throat, Alder lifted her in his arms, lying her on the bed, one hand tangled in her hair. He tasted like black coffee, sweetened with just enough sugar to take off the bitter edge. His mouth was so fucking hot. His tongue and his teeth played at her lips, a kiss with just enough pressure to linger even when he brought his mouth to her throat. She tugged at his shirt, needing more of him. She couldn't remember ever being so desperate for skin on skin, for movement and touch. But she refused to think beyond this moment. She had him now, and she might not for long. His shirt was on the floor. Hers followed.